Today's topic, we are going to be talking about, what was today's topic going to be about? I believe patience. How to learn how to be more patient. I don't know if we already talked about this. I feel like we have. Sometimes I feel like we already talked about certain topics. Learn how to be more patient. Man, definitely. Shit, I gotta learn how to be that. I would be the most impatient guy in the world. I want things to come so fast. Hey yo, you chat. I want things to come like in a blink of an eye, and I could blame that on social media. I could blame that on a lot of things, honestly. But I don't want to be a victim of my environment. That's what I'm learning as I go in life. I can't allow my environment to be the reason why I am. You know, even though it's easy to blame it, which it could be. But I want to overcome that. I want to be better than that. So if it's something that I do need to work on, which it very much is, I want to overcome that. I want to be more patient in life. Because I think anything that comes fast isn't really worthwhile. I mean, if you think about it, anything that's microwave ain't going to taste better than stove made. If you really think about it, anything that's taken care of with time, with patience, with love, it's going to be way better than something just quick and easy. Think of something that's really quick and easy that is really fulfilling. It might be good. It might feel good for sure. No denying that. I know you could think of a couple right now in your mind, but to be fulfilling, I think that's a different vocabulary that I don't know correlates with being impatient. So I want to be more fulfilled in life. I want to be more patient. So that's what we're going to learn today on this stream. So yeah. Let's look up how to be more patient. And y'all can let me know. Maybe some of y'all are really good at that. Some people are naturally really good at being patient. Honestly, some people are, maybe like myself, we're just, like, come on. I want it here and now, which I don't blame you, right? You always want to have it your way. I think I always like to have things my way. Because whenever it doesn't go my way, I start to get a little disappointed, but I don't know. That's it. So I will be patient. Simple as that. So yeah, we'll do this one.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet.
Brother. Into it.
Quite easy to be patient and to be calm when the life goes smoothly. But where our real patience comes into test is in the middle of adversity. I know it is very difficult to practice patience for all of us. It is easier to say to be patient. It is easier to advise to be patient, but it is easy to, and also it is easy to talk about patience.
Super easy.
To practice this quality, it is really, really challenges for every one of us. So
I'm just talking about it right now. As I'm talking about it to you guys, and it sounds like, okay, now I knows what thing or two what he's saying. I don't know. Please, I'm the last, like, my guy. It's like he just said. It is, bro. The way I was talking about it, smooth talking to it. I'm not no expert on it, Brody. Like, to actually practice it, my gosh. Like, put me in a moment of anger. If I look back at my angry moments, bro, at the moment, the heat of the moment, my gosh, it's so difficult because then you realize after the heat of the moment, damn, I should have applied it there.
Although it is difficult, although it is challenging, we have to practice this amazing quality that brings the happiness and the calmness and peace to our life. So let's talk about how to practice patience according to Buddha's teachings. So in Buddhism, patience is considered as the greatest virtue. In Dhammapada, verse number 184, the Buddha says, patience is the highest virtue. The Buddhas say that Nibbana is supreme, and the one who harms others is not a monk, and one who destroys others is not a monk. So in Buddhism, a bigger space and a bigger value is given to the patience, and to practice the patience as the practice of patience as an inner quality.
I've been noticing with social media, it's very easy. I do this all the time too, and I'm actively noticing it, and I'm taking steps to not really talk negative about people. It's not even, you don't have to give your opinion on everything you see online. I know it's easy to like share your opinion, and there's nothing wrong, right? Your free opinion, free speech, that's your First Amendment, and live it to you as you please. But not everything has to be talked about, and I say that because...
So in Buddhism, the greatest quality in Buddhism, the greatest virtue is considered as the patience also. So what exactly is patience? The Buddha describes this as follows. And what's the patience practice? It is when a bhikkhu endures cold, heat, hunger, and thirst. They endure the touch of flies, mosquitoes, wind, sun, and reptiles. They endure rude and unwelcome criticism, and they put up with physical pain, sharp, severe, acute, and unpleasant, disagreeable, and life-threatening. This is called the patience practice. In another sutta, the Buddha explains about the patience as follows. What is the patient practice? It is when someone abuses, annoys, or argues with you, and you don't abuse, annoy, or argue back at them. This is called the patience practice. So being able to put up with ups and downs and challenging situations and disagreeable...
You know, it sounds easier said than done, but damn, it does sound nice, obviously, hearing that. But I'm telling you, at the moment, at the heat of the moment, oh my gosh, it's like all that goes out the window. It's like all that goes out the window, and in the back of your mind, you're like, man, who the hell you think you're talking to, right? Or it's like, bro, do you know who you... Bro, what? Bro, say that again. Bro, now you being disrespectful. You know what I mean? Now it's like, bro, like, and then don't get started when somebody's like, bro, you ain't gonna say nothing, or, bro, like, nigga, he talking bad about you, bro. Like, nigga, say something like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you being a bit, right? Like,
and if you're afraid of that,
unleash the beast.
And if you're afraid of that beast to control your life, and if you can be patient in that situation by controlling your emotions and controlling your thoughts and controlling your anger and deciding to not to harm that person, that is called the true patience and the real patience. To practice such kind of a patience, you have to do a great dedication. Sometimes you have to go through a lot of hardships. You have to endure a lot. But still, why you become patient? Because you believe that being patient is the greatest virtue that you can practice in life. And you believe that you are much more better than them, and you have a better qualities than them. If you believe in that, you can truly be patient. To practice patience, the Buddha offers us a path of thinking in a more deeper level of understanding through our life. So suppose a person comes to you and treat you with rude words, right? Or treat you with their meanness. How can you avoid that situation without even worrying? How to do that? So the Buddha teaches us to look at the situation through the 3 marks of existence. So what are 3 marks of existence? So the Buddha says the 3 marks of existence are anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Impermanence,
I don't know what that is.
Suffering, and non-self.
Okay.
So anicca. Anicca is the understanding about the impermanence. So the Buddha said that everything in life is subjected to change. If you look at our life, there is nothing that we can hold on to and think and find that is not subjected to change. So once you understanding this intrinsic nature or the inherent nature of impermanence,
that says something either negative or mean or something I either hurt my feelings or I didn't like or whatever it is, I tend to, after the event, I tend to replay it over and over again, and I think of things that I should have said. I should have said this to say it back or to defend myself, or I kind of replay that emotion. And I looked this up. It's basically you're reliving the emotion. You're enriching and you're keeping that anger. You're leveling it up. You're rising it. You're building it more and more and more and more and more and more and more until it just overflows, and then you might do something. You might do something for real. So yeah, it's best to just step back, That's why you guys notice, like, sometimes when I stream, I like, maybe that might work for you. Try it out, and if not, then there's more solutions. But okay, I think I got it. It is a bit confusing, but I think I got it. Basically, it's kind of going back to, like, what is really a word. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what a word is, but it's just like, it's just a word. I think what he's saying is, you taking in the word is what becomes real. But if you just look at it at face value, it's just words. It's just a couple words. Yeah, they're only hurtful when you take it in and it becomes permanent. But when you don't take it in, it's impermanent. It's just a word. I think that's what I'm getting off of, which
Understand is dukkha. Dukkha often refers to as suffering. So the Buddha said that the pain and suffering is a part of our life. So you cannot remove that. We have to face that situation, okay? Because that is the nature of living. The nature of life is, it is always connected or characterized by the pain or suffering. This is not to worry about the pain or the suffering, but to see it as a part of life and accept it, learn to be with it, learn to deal with it. That is how we can understand the suffering. And the final thing that we have to realize and understanding is the nature of anatta. The nature of anatta is the nature of not self or non-self, right? The Buddha says that. So if you look at the life, if you look at the situations in your life, in these 3 marks of existence, the Buddha said that it is really easy to practice the patience. It is really easy to love people, to give your kindness to people, because we know that we are not going to last forever, and we know that they are not going to last forever. What they did was not going to last forever. What they said was not going to last forever. So we can let go of the anger and we can move on. So these are the few things and few realizations that will help us to practice the patience in your life. So keep this in your mind and be patient. Namo Buddhaya.
W's chat. W's. Obviously, like he said, like I said, like anybody's gonna say, bro. Yeah, I was wondering, my mic's on. Obviously, this is way more difficult than done, of course, and it's going to take. Don't expect this to just do like work on this and bam, you got it tomorrow. Trust. Just look at it in the long term. If you truly want to implement a little patience in your life, based on what I learned today, I mean, it's just a word. It sounds so crazy and like so simple. Like, no, it's more than a word. It's definitely, he hurt my feeling. They said what I mean. It's just a word. It's when you take it in is when it becomes more than a word. But if you just just kind of imagine it. Actually, maybe this will be easier, right? This is how I'm imagining. Imagine, right? Let's say I didn't share food with Becky. I'm just throwing an example, right? Becky, white girl, she 5'5", white nails. Is she white, black? What is Becky? We're gonna say Becky's Latina. I know there's. Hey, shout out Becky G. 5'5", white nails, black hair, little tootie booty, you know what I'm saying? B cup, everything, right? Cool little girl. I didn't share my Chipotle with her. Now she mad. And then she's like, Naiel, why would you do that? You're a selfish piece of crap. So when I see those words, I could easily think, damn, she called me selfish? I be sharing my food with everybody. What the heck? But before I take in the words, imagine, right? Imagine Becky. This is Becky, right? Naiel, you're a selfish piece of crap. Imagine the words in 3D. It's like almost like in a cartoon. Think of like, you know, like those bubble, you know, like Diary of the Wimpy Kid, and I have that, they'll have like the bubble where like they talk. Think of that, right? Or just words in bold in 3D, like it's real. Nah, you're a piece of crap, right? Or whatever, selfish piece of crap. And you just see the words. And it only becomes real when those words, you take it in. But if you just see those words, and then it's not real. Is that crazy? I know, like, don't obviously use this to, like, obviously in bad scenarios. Like, imagine you're actually like a bad person, and then somebody says you're a bad person, and then you just like, no, I'm not. Imagine you kill somebody. You're a murderer. You're a murderer. No, I'm not. Hey, Naiel, I said this was gonna be serious. My fault. I shouldn't be laughing like this, but like, all seriousness though, I think that's the best way from what he was teaching and how I could determine it in my words and my understanding. It's just a word. You see the words, weave. You see the words, weave. And you just woosah. So yeah.